Yo, what's up there, guys? This is Immersive Gamer 83. Thank you very much for stopping by. I've got a few things I'd like to speak about today. They're actually quite close to my heart, and you know, a really big part of gaming for me. You know, one of the main reasons I got into playing games on the PC was all down to the mods. So you know, literally, the reason that I came over was for Bethesda games. So Fallout 3, Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim. You know, these games are so dear to me, and like they mean so much and have given me so much. You know, like the PC version, I was just looking and I was fascinated about all these mods that were available, all these mods that were so awesome, and I couldn't believe it. And the fact that you were able to download them all and install them, and you know, it became a fine art actually, getting your game looking as best as possible before you got the you know, the crash. So maxing it out as best as possible and still keeping it stable. It's like a fine art, to be honest. And yeah, I've got a few questions I'd like to ask you guys, and I'd like to give you my opinions as well. So the first thing, basically, Valve and Bethesda have now agreed to allow monetized mods. So you know, that basically means that all the mod creators can now monetize their content, and people have to pay for them. You know, so on the Steam Workshop, you have to pay to download a certain mods if the author has chose to monetize it, which is fair enough. You know, I spoke to VR Gaming Evolved actually earlier on, and he was like, oh no, that's all gone up yesterday and it's all been kicked off, you know, and then it was sort of scrapped. But looking again, it looks as though it's been brought back up, and I've actually gone onto the workshop now, and you can see it says down here that Skyrim Workshop now supports paid mods. And there's a list of them, and it tells you which ones are the top sellers. So you can see that, you know, this shadow scale set is going for like £1.35, and then it goes on, you know, like Midas Magic Gold Edition, that's £4, which is fine. But when you think, well, what they don't openly announce is the fact that the mod author will only get 25% of that. So basically Valve, and I don't know how much of percentage they're splitting with Bethesda, but basically for doing fuck all, they're basically getting three quarters of the money. Three quarters of the money, so 75% of that is going to them. And you know, I don't know how they're going to divide it amongst themselves, but surely, you know, the mod authors getting hard done by there if they are going to be looking to monetize their content. And some people may say, oh yeah, but that's you know, that's something's better than nothing. These guys have been giving up their content for free. True, you know, and that is true to one extent. They've also said that they won't be able to touch one penny of that until they've got £400 worth. So they've got to sell 400 quid's worth of mods in order to get back any money. So basically 75% of that 400 will go straight to Valve, and then the mod author will be left with 100 quid. And then they'll probably be taxed on that. Like, I don't know, it seems like a lot of trouble, but you know, on one hand, yeah, it's great. It's great that the mod authors are now finally getting recognised, you know, financially, and you know, that is a good thing. And it is like a really sort of split discussion, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. For me, you know, I think personally, I think that it's wrong. I feel like it's wrong, and if they want to charge for it, that's fine, but like, why the fuck should Valve take 75% of it? You know, these guys work really hard on the content. I'm really happy, and I do donate. You know, I really do donate to people. Some people always say, oh yeah, people donate, that's bullshit, they just say they donate. I donate regularly. You know, I am on Nexus as well, so on here, I don't know if it says anywhere, but I've basically got the I've got like the, what you call it, Premier account or whatever. So you know, I've paid for a lifetime membership on that because I wanted to support it. I wanted to make sure the servers went up, so I just gave $70 or 70 quid, I can't remember what it was, it's a few years ago now. You know, just as a donation sort of thing. You can download all these mods whenever you want. You can have a free account if you want, but I wanted to support the modding community by donating. Just on this page here, I mean, I know that not all of them have a big list of who's donated, but I mean, Hoff Trooper is one of the guys. He actually does fantastic mods, you know, and all of his stuff on here is absolutely amazing. Really, really is. And this is one of the geezers. He actually has like a wall of fame sort of thing. So if you do donate to him, he'll bang your name on there, and like, you know, my name's right there. That's what my account name is on there. So, you know, I am. You know, not everyone does that though, so you can't really say, oh yeah, I donated to him, because I can't prove it. It's just that he, you know, he's one of the ones that puts it on his wall to say, yeah, people do donate. So, you know, if I see a really nice mod and I think that they've done a fucking good job on it, yeah, I know, I do support them. And yeah, of course, if they're selling their content, they're going to be making more out of it probably. Or are people going to boycott it completely? And what does this mean for the Nexus now? I mean, you know, is everyone on here going to start pulling their mods off of the Nexus? You know, all these guys on here are going to literally take all their mods off and start banging them up on here. Even deeper question, what about all the mods that are dependent on other mods? For example, SKSE, you know, Skyrim script extender. All of a sudden, they can be like, well, actually, no, sorry, your mod uses my mod to work, so no, mate. You know, there's not going to be any more collabs where, you know, before people would be like, oh yeah, you know, feel free to use my content, just make sure that you give me some recognition in the comments. That's all going to stop. Everyone's assets are going to be their own. It's gonna halt the development of modding. I think that's gonna, you know, I really do think it's not going to develop the modding community any further. It's gonna burn these bridges between modders, you know, and everyone's going to be out for themselves. And why wouldn't they be? Because they're going to be getting paid for it. I don't really know what the solution is. I think we've come to a time where you know, on one hand, yeah, it's great for the modders. They deserve to get paid for this shit, man, because they fucking put a lot of hours in, and people do get a lot of enjoyment out of it, you know. So maybe they should all come together and start their own site where they can, you know, I don't know, charge for textures and shit, I don't know, or charge for mods, but where Valve don't get 75% of it. I know that'd be something I'd be interested in. But for now, I think what Valve's done is fucking greedy and bullshit, and I don't know how much involvement Bethesda's got. I mean, it does say on here, you know, that they've been talking to their good friends at Valve. So, you know, it's obviously a mutual agreement, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, does this just encourage people to not finish their fucking games? I mean, if you look at the top 100 games, let's have a look. Top 100. Hang on, sorry guys, fucking top files. All right, top 100 of all time. You'll notice that a fair few of them, like unofficial patches, you know, like number 3 in the whole list is a fucking unofficial Skyrim patch. Let's have a little look and see what unofficial Skyrim patch actually does. Alright, okay, so basically 100 of gameplay, quest, NPC object, item, text and placement bug fixes. So basically the 3rd best mod of all time fucking fixes the game that Skyrim have asked you to pay a full price for. So does this mean that, you know, the developers actually fucking send their games out like working without all this shit? Or, you know, because before it was always a bit of almost like a joke. Oh yeah, don't worry, the modders will fix it. The modders will fix it. But actually now it'll be like you buy a broken game and the modders will fix it, and you'll have to pay the modders again to actually play your game. Does it encourage microtransactions, fucking DLC, on disc DLC? If you know, if everything's okay and they're like, oh look, everyone's accepted this now, does, you know, are people going to be getting the fucking, you know, saying, oh yeah, they're going to turn into like EA sort of thing, you know what I mean? Fucking monetizing everything they can. And it's just bullshit, man. It's just bullshit. You know, this is, for me at least, I think that the modders deserve to get something. You know, I really do think they enjoy what they're doing. It's a hobby. But at the end of the day, if you're having fun doing what you're doing, why not get fucking paid for it, man? And yeah, you know, but I just think it's just, you know, there's going to be backstabbing, there's going to be people stealing other people's assets, there's going to be arguments about who owns mods, and it really is going to, you know, number 8 in the list, unofficial patch. It's just like so many unofficial patches. Look, 13 unofficial patch. Just, you know, like all these patches are fixing broken games. You know what I mean? There's a lot of other good stuff and great stuff in there as well. I think there's stuff on there as well. I mean, like this wet and cold and that's on there. But there's a newer version, like, so this one, you know, number 26 is, you know, I've got this version. Then you have a look on here, and you got wet and cold again. So you can download the old version if you want it, and you can get it for fuck all just there, or you go on Steam and you have to pay £3.35. But is this geezer at wet and cold going to just take his shit down from the Nexus? So you're forced to go to Steam Workshop, because the Nexus, I don't know how many guys have, you know, there's loads of people use this site, you know, millions of people. I mean, this one here has had fucking 9 million downloads. It's so simplistic just to install it, you know, via the Nexus mod manager. It's fantastic. If you want to download it manually, you can download it manually. If you want to do it, you know, oh, it's just so good to work with that. But then the Steam Workshop, you know, there wasn't, before this shit happened, there weren't really that much good stuff left on here. It was all, you know, it's almost like it was dying, you know. But now, I don't know. I'm probably rambling a little bit now. I feel like I'm going on. I don't really know. I just feel like it's wrong. You know, there's some things I'm happy to pay for, something. But then I suppose on the other hand, if people are saying, well, if you're not happy to pay for it, why don't you know you don't have to download it. No one's forcing you to download it. But then, if it is, as like some of these top ones, if it is a fucking patch to fix the game that's broken, you know, like one of the mods I had to install for Skyrim, basically I couldn't get past the first mission. I couldn't get past the first dragon. I couldn't get past the first dragon because he didn't turn into a skeleton. He stayed as he was, and you could see his dragon skin. He didn't give me the dragon soul, so I couldn't progress any further. I couldn't get past the first mission, so I had to download a mod to fix it, because you know, I think actually the unofficial Dawnguard patch, this one fixed it. So you know, I don't really know what to say, guys. I mean, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. You know, I think that the modders should be getting something. I think they should be getting paid, but I just don't think that Valve should be getting 75% of the cut. I think that's how I stand. And am I going to be buying any mods? To be honest, I'm really happy with my current load order, unless something utterly amazing and fantastic comes out. Probably not. But I think when you think about the next big Bethesda games, what you got, Fallout 4, and you got the Elder Scrolls 6, you know, and I'm guessing that there's going to be, if this carries on and continues, you're going to be having to pay for mods for that. And I don't know. Anyway, I've been rambling enough. I'd love to hear what you guys think. You know, what are you guys going to be buying mods off there? Do you think that the Nexus is going to be hurting from this? Do you think that the Nexus is in jeopardy? I don't know. There's a lot of questions and not a lot of answers, and just one opinion at the moment. So I'd love to hear yours. So let me know in the comments, guys. Also, I've managed to get a solution to the lag issue that I've had with recording some recent videos. I've just invested in an Elgato HD capture card, so whenever that gets down here, my newest uploads should be you know, 60 frames, 1080p with no lag, and I should be able to just play my games as I can play them without recording. So hopefully you get some smoother videos coming up very soon. And yeah, thank you very much for all your support recently, guys. It's been an amazing couple of weeks. I can't thank you guys enough. So yeah, thank you very much for your time. If you've got to this point, you know, smash that like. And if you're not a subscriber already, you might as well check out my content. I've got a load of virtual reality stuff on there if you're interested. And if not, thanks for your time and thanks for stopping by. That's Immersive Game 83. Hope to catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye bye.